Hey amigos, welcome back. We're at Clearwater Beach and we've rented Polaris Sling Shots. So these three-wheel vehicles have an open cockpit, but because of the low center of gravity, when you press go, like, you definitely feel that rush. So join us as we go from Clearwater all the way down to St. Pete.
To ride in one of these things, you have to plan for success. You need a hat because, as you can see, it is full sun. But make sure it's secure. I've already almost lost it once. Don't forget to bring your sunscreen and your water. If you're at all worried about securing your stuff, Polaris has you covered. Behind the seats, there's a locking compartment that you have to have the key to get into, so while the car itself doesn't lock, just to lock some of your stuff up. This thing is a fully electronic panel. You have to put in your passcode. Whoops, don't look. And you get started. So you have to have the key, but you also have to have the passcode to get this thing going. Put down the brake, put yourself into drive. Remy's in reverse. Make sure we don't crash into anything. This thing drives like a manual. Ooh. Good job, Remy. Alright, press the button, get into drive, and away we go. Alright amigos, we went all the way from Clearwater Beach down to Madeira Beach. So here you can see on the map, we went from up here to down here. And that slingshot has no cover coast. There are all of these neat little beach towns. Each one has its own personality. We've stopped all the way down here in Madeira Beach. And right here is the Intercoastal Waterway. In 1848, there was a giant hurricane and it actually washed a lot of the sand away and created what's called John's Pass. So that's just a little, I guess, an inlet in between the Gulf and the Intercoastal Waterway. And now the Caddy's restaurant we're at is at what's called John's Pass Entertainment District, where it's like been built up and there's so many restaurants. The Pinellas County beaches are some of the best beaches in the country, and you can start all the way up at Honeymoon Island, which is where we were, kind of near Clearwater, and then you can drive 25 miles of beaches down to Fort DeSoto, which is just south of St. Pete Beach. So we're gonna head over that bridge next, head down to St. Pete Beach. This beautiful bluish green water is located along the entire coastway. It's perfect for swimming. Love to stare at it. I mean, this place at John's Pass, this is the place to come if you just want to enjoy it. Just make sure you get some good shade.
So even though the Slingshot is automatic, it drives like a manual. So what I mean by that is that you feel whenever you shift up or shift down, like you can feel it. So we're going over a bypass right now. So just seeing like the car will automatically go into like the next gear. Maybe you guys can hear it. So I'm just grateful for the wind because when the Slingshot is stationary, there's no ventilation. You kind of stick to the seat. So I poured water on my seat, hoping that it'll cool me down. That didn't work. So my best advice is just like, keep going, don't stop.
That's why you secure your hat. I got it, Rami.
We made it to the end of the island, and you can park your Slingshot like any other vehicle. Basically, you just use the Park mobile app. Overall, I thought it's a really cool activity. Probably wouldn't rent the Slingshot for the whole day, but you can rent it for like 2 hours. We did 6 hours, and it's pretty economical. It's not like out of this world. I'll put the prices down in the description. But we made it out to this dog park at the end of St. Pete Beach. We weren't looking for it. We kind of just came across it. And I guess those are like some of the celebrity houses, maybe just well-off houses, but it's a pretty neat little beach. It's a really small area for recreation, but it works well for dogs. Amigos, I would say this has been a really successful activity. Definitely, it's a great way to see Clearwater, St. Pete, pretty much travel down the coast. Just bring your camera, bring your hats, and just have a great time.